Collective. Welcome to Intuitive Goddess Tarot 911. I'm Jenny. Welcome in or welcome back. I thought I would come on tonight and do a Who's in Your Energy reading and just see what we got. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Wednesday. I always say these readings are timeless, so if you're new here, whenever you're seeing it, it's meant for you. And then the other thing is, if it resonates, great, but if it doesn't, then just let it go. So let us pick a deck. All right. Being called to use this deck. Oh my gosh, it almost flew out of the thing. All right. So, Spirit, what does the collective need to know about what they don't see coming this week? What they don't see coming this week or into the beginning of next week, let's say, because this week's almost over. Thank goodness. It's been like the longest week. I feel like it should be Friday already, but whatever. And I haven't been writing any downloads down because honestly, it's just that crap, you know. One thing did pop into my head, and I don't even know if I should say it or if it's for anybody, but something like someone that got cheated on with someone, the person you were with slept with someone who works at a hotel. So that's for somebody, but that's like the only thing I got. And then I kept hearing that song by Billie Eilish, You've Been Uninvited. So I feel like that's something, but hopefully it's not the focus of the reading because I don't want to talk about that. All right, Spirit, what is this reading going to be about? What is the focus of the reading? Solitude. I like that. I can support that. All right. What is the challenge of this reading? Destiny, the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. That's the challenge. We got bigger problems. It's also completing cycles. So, and then what is the hidden blessing? What's the hidden blessing? Heart chakra. Maybe your heart chakra needs to be opened and love begins. Oh my God. All right. Okay. I'm debating on how to do this. Last night's reading was so good and it went so smoothly. But I really was being called to use my deck today. So, these are stuck together. You can tell I haven't used it. All right. So I got to do something about that. I thought it would be such a great idea to, make a deck and paint it and stuff, but I didn't think it would be stuck together forever. I guess I should have consulted someone. All right. So what does the collective need to know about this solitude that they're in? What you give, you get back, and danger. Okay. Alrighty. What about destiny? You have the audacity to make it happen. So you're following your dreams. When the party's over, I'll only hurt you if you'll let me. There's Billie Eilish again. Huh. Okay. Okay, we're going to get more on this. Oh, endings. Game over. Let's get a couple more for each because it looks like something is ending. Spirit is using you to show them the truth. Okay. Heroic nonsense. So someone is acting like the hero in your situation. You are polarizing and magnetic. Okay. So I think we have enough. Let's get some from another deck. Let's use this deck. Sorry. I'm still getting over this thrush, but it's way better than it was. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm hoping that, you know, in the next couple of weeks, it'll be completely gone. I can't believe how long it takes to get over thrush from my stupid inhaler. Ridiculous. So anyway. All right. What about solitude? What you give is what you get back. Danger and spirit is using them to show you the truth. What do you feel? Well, I feel like this could be equated to a few situations, right? So, and there's a moon on this picture. So I feel like with the moon on there, it talks about illusions, right? Things that are not real or whatever. So I feel like, are you, not necessarily that you have to feel like you're in danger, but what are you feeling while you're in solitude? Because it's important to listen to your gut. What else about that? Seeing the true you. So whatever happened, you're taking time to see who you actually are, the badass that you actually are. All right. What about this? Destiny, you have the audacity to make it happen when the party's over. I'll only hurt you if you let me, and heroic nonsense. Focus on the light. Okay. Faith in the process. Yes, I am always saying this to myself, okay? I'm a person who believes that the universe even things out. It always does it, right? So if you are putting out there good things, then you are going to get good back in return. It's just the way the universal process is. What about heart chakra? Love begins. Endings, game over, and you are polarizing and magnetic. Trust yourself. Okay. The perfection of your life. I feel like that means you're the perfection of your life, but let's see. Let's see what that says. Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different from the ground view, which can be quite violent of an experience. So too, there is great beauty in your life. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing anxiety rather than beauty. You may sense an internal chaos. You may feel as if something is waiting to erupt from within. As relentless or anxiety that you cannot quite articulate but sense vaguely nonetheless. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged, and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheaval, and change or uncertainty in your world. Okay. So whoever this is for, I feel like this is just reinforcing that you should be trusting your gut. Whatever the situation, you should be trusting your gut, because this is, I mean, we're going to have to get more cards, but I don't know. Faith in the process, focusing on the light. I mean, I don't feel like you're being affected by whatever this is. Okay. Let's get a couple of cards from this deck, and then we're going to get a couple more from my deck just to see what comes up. But something is looming, and I'm not going to say that in a bad way. What about this first row, Spirit? What else do I need to know about that? Because Spirit is using you to show someone the truth, and I feel like maybe that's pissing someone off. Who knows? Who even knows? Letting go of urgency. And Archangel Raguel, justice, harmony, and solutions. Yeah, so I feel like whatever this is, thank your spirit guides, thank your ancestors, thank whoever. That could be the message because they're guiding you, they're helping you through this. What about destiny and heroic nonsense and focusing on the light? Personal guide, guardian angel, spirit family. What did I just fucking say? Okay. All right. What about, well, let's get another one for that. Emotional desert. Inactivity and isolation. Okay. All right. What about endings? And you are polarizing. The force of love and creation, divine presence. So you are being guided and you are completing some sort of cycle. So I think that's positive. Okay. I said we were going to get a couple more of mine, so we'll do that. And then we'll get into tarot and see what the heck is going on here. All right, so a couple more, spirit, just a little more information on what's going on. It or they can't come with you. So something you were holding on to in the past can't come forward with you. Oh, jeez. Let's get one more for each row. Blocked. What about that, spirit? They don't want to see you happy. What about this section over here? You were a catalyst for this person. Okay. And one more card. Oh, we got two. And I already saw it. Spiritual court. And have clear boundaries. Okay. So, someone you were in a connection with is going through spiritual court. And I'm trying to figure out which deck we should use here. We'll use this one first, actually. But you're about to have a new beginning. And you can probably feel it. I don't know. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But I feel like whoever you are, you're about to have a new beginning. What about this? What about this danger, spirit? Firm foundation. Okay, so you have a firm foundation. Stand your ground in reverse. So someone is hoping that whatever boundary that you put up, you're going to let that slip. What else, spirit? Hope in reverse. Just let me look at these. Okay. So whoever this past person is, they're not doing well. What else about this? What about seeing the true you and how do you feel? Positive movement forward. So I feel like you are letting go of whatever this was. All right. What about destiny? What about the Wheel of Fortune? Solar plexus chakra. What about that? Intuition in reverse. What about that, spirit? Fulfillment of wishes. So I feel like you are someone that listens to their intuition if you're on this channel. I mean, obviously, you're here for a reason. So I don't feel like that's you. And I also don't feel like you're having issues with your solar plexus chakra. And fulfillment of wishes. What else, spirit, on those? Mental conflict. Yeah, this is this past person that we're dealing with. I mean, I can even see it in the energy. So what about love begins? Can we get a card for love begins? Emotional withdrawal. Okay, I'm not laughing at you guys. I'm laughing because this energy will not stay out of my energy. This person is obviously blocked, and perhaps you have removed your energy from them. Can we get a card for the love begins, Spirit? Can we, please? Sacral chakra. What about that? Awareness. What about that? Moving on. Yes, so you feel like you're using your high priestess vibes, and you have a knowing. The awareness is the Fool card. So you took a leap of faith forward, and you are moving on. What else about that, Spirit? Memories of love. Okay, what about game over, spiritual core? Patience. Okay, so you being patient about waiting for this love. Conflict and defeat. Oh my gosh, let's change decks, okay? Let's do that. Let's change decks. Because this is this past person. This is this past person's energy. They're patiently waiting in conflict and defeat for you to come back. I mean, let's just move these over here. I'm like so tired of past energies and this heroic nonsense. I don't usually do this where I remove the cards, but we're trying to get some other stuff here. I'm tired of talking about the past person. All right. What about, let's try this again. What about positive movement forward, Spirit? What about that? Two of Wands, making a decision. You had a fork in the road. You made, you took the first step towards your new life. What about the destiny, the Wheel of Fortune? The Hermit, which is what we got over here too, solitude. So what about that? The collective's been in hermit mode. Temperance. So you're balanced, you're calm, you're harmonious. What else, Spirit? Ten of Wands in reverse. So you're not struggling any longer. You don't feel burdened. You're doing well. And the Magician. I feel like you could be manifesting love. You could be doing that. What else? Eight of Wands and Eight of Wands in the upright. Yeah, and it could be coming in rather quickly. The Moon. So here we are with the Moon again. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. We'll see. I probably will, but it's just so weird. Like that energy just will not leave the energy. So the Moon, secrets. What about that? Knight of Cups. That doesn't make me feel good. What about that? Page of Wands. So an outgoing person is going to come into your energy that you're going to have love feelings for. What about the Moon, though? Knight of Coins. What else? The Chariot. I feel like the Knight of Coins is this past person that has secrets. But they are going to come forward. I think at this point they're using their willpower not to. 7 of Wands, because they know that when they come back, you're going to be defensive. I guess we can't get away from this energy, so we're just going to keep going. All right. What about Love Begins, Spirit? What about that? 6 of Coins in reverse. My cats are fighting. This past person doesn't want you to have an equal exchange of energy with anyone. But you're the Queen of Coins. And justice is in play. So when justice is in play, something really big has happened. When the universe steps in to teach someone a lesson, or, you know, if they use you as a lesson, something big happened. 9 of Coins. Yeah, there's going to be justice, for lack of a better way of putting it. There's just going to be justice. There's no way around it. What you put out is what you get back. Okay, what about this danger, Spirit? 4 of Wands. What about that? 10 of Cups. This past person is going to lose their fucking mind when they figure out that you're in a relationship, if you already are, or if you're going to be in one, or if you're getting married, and I feel like they're not going to be invited to the wedding. And they're just going to lose their mind. Yes, and the 5 of Coins. This person could be in bad health. Death. I hope that's not literal death. But it's death of the situation. What else about death, Spirit? 2 of Coins. What about that? 7 of Cups. I feel like this person was juggling you with someone else in the past. And now they're daydreaming about all the choices you have. I said this yesterday. This person is like having nightmares about what they perceive is going to happen in your life. 8 of Cups. Yeah, because you moved on. 3 of Wands. You had the confidence and the growth and the foresight to move forward. 5 of Swords. You were tired of the conflict. You were tired of the fighting. And this person would tell you that this was the 9 of Cups. All this struggling, them bullying you, you fighting all the time. This was love. This was what it was supposed to look like. This is what all relationships look like. And it's bullshit. Why is this coming out today, Spirit? 7 of Swords in reverse. I feel like because you see their lies and deception. Page of Coins in reverse. And you know they're not grounded in reality with all their games and bullshit. Judgment. So we got judgment and we got justice out here, and we have death. I'm going to show you because this is just insane. And we have the Magician and the Hermit. I mean, we have all kinds of shit out here. I mean, look at all this. This is some crazy shit. When you have judgment, justice, and death all in the same reading, somebody is fucked. Let's just say that, okay? All right, Spirit. What else? 6 of Wands in reverse. They don't want you to be successful. 3 of Cups in reverse. They don't want you to be happy. Having support of your friends, lovers in reverse. They don't want you to be in a relationship. This person has a severe control problem. I mean, especially if they're taking over all these readings too. What else? Eight of Swords in reverse. So the Eight of Swords in reverse is a person who their hands are tied, but it's like with ribbons, and then they have a ribbon over their face. So this person wants you in an Eight of Swords. They want you confused, under some delusional confinement. What else? Ten of Swords in reverse. But you're not. They wanted you rock bottom. What else, Spirit? The Emperor and Six of Cups. I feel like this new person, this new masculine that you're calling in, and remember, energy is fluid. There's no gender, so flip it, switch it however you like. It's just the energy, but this Emperor, I feel like, is going to be your sanctuary. This new Emperor. What else about that? The Tower. What about the Tower? Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is finally gonna throw this person over the cliff. Like, literally. King of Coins. King of Cups. Four of Swords. And Queen of Cups. I also feel like there's two other masculines in your energy. The King of Coins, which is King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. And you are over there resting, relaxing. You have your angels and your past family members looking over you. And you're in your Queen of Cups energy. And that's half the problem. All right. Three of Swords. They wanted you to be heartbroken. They're going to come in with a new opportunity. Or a gift. What else, Spirit? Perspective and the Empress. So you're going to see why they're coming in. You're going to see their games. I don't think you're going to fall for it, but I don't know who this is for or what is going on. Can we get an outcome card? Eight of Coins in reverse. That's not an answer, Spirit. Two of Cups. I feel like this person is going around telling people that you're not a hard worker. And that's why the relationship didn't work out with this past person. Or, I don't know. Maybe they're saying you're a trollop. I don't know. I don't really know. Six of Swords. Knight of Swords. So you're moving on to better times, and that is making this it's making this person impatient and rash. And like I said, they're coming up with all these things in their head about what you're up to. Wheel of Destiny. And Seven of Cups. I mean, I think that's all we need. Because you're going to be completing cycles. It's fated. It's destined. You're going to be reaping the rewards of everything you have gone through. And you got the Wheel of Fortune twice. So, whatever this is, it's unstoppable. Especially with the Tower, death, judgment, justice, like something is playing out. I don't know what that is. let's get you some letters. I'm going to go eat dinner. Alright, letters for the collective. We have G, we have M, we have L, we have U, we have F, we have W, we have R, we have S, we have J. And then we'll get you a few, oh, that was my phone. Get you a few charms. So we got a key, a snowflake, a crown. I don't know what this is. A bunny with a suit again. A whale. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a cat. A butterfly, a star, a sheep, a flower, another key, a Christmas wreath, and a moon. And then let's get you an advice card. This is a lot. I mean, I would say be mindful of your surroundings. Be careful, especially if you know that this person is a loose cannon. But I think it's more so going to happen when you end up in a relationship. Or if you're already in a relationship, be careful. I feel like this person is going to do whatever they can to stop this. And it's not going to happen. It's safe to slow down, relax, and let go. My kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. Yeah, I feel like you're a very kind person, whoever you are. So, all right. That went on a little longer than I thought it would. But whatever. I mean, you got your achievement award. You're going to run across the finish line happy with this person, this future person, whoever they are. So, just be careful, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes. The channel is slowly growing. So I will see you again soon. Probably not till the weekend, actually. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But anyway, I love you. See you later. Bye.